It was a really wonderful experience to play the role again. Something that made it so special was that so much time had passed.
It's very fulfilling when you do it, especially if you get it right. If you don't get it right, then you wish you could do it again.
She's convinced that there's more to that story, and that pursuit is kind of what leads us down the rabbit hole this time.
And I think that any awakening that happens is simultaneous. It's a simultaneous awakening.
Where you are on this hamster wheel, as they say, to say, well, are you living life or is life living you?
Incredible. I mean, he's such a great leader.
He's just a normal guy.
He's a dude.
He's just a dude.
I've had dreams that weren't just dreams. Time to fly.
If you want the truth, Neo, you're going to have to fly me.
The only thing that matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up. You don't know me. No?
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Let's welcome Keanu and Carrie Ann, Yahia, Jessica, and Jonathan, and Priyanka. It's a great honor to gather those talents in the Matrix Resurrections.
请开始你的表演，这个是访问，你感知到的都有。
So, cause your hairstyle and outfit in the movie, people said that the movie can be called the Matrix John Wick Reemployment. What do you think?
I get that idea. The director really wanted to lean into life and art and life. And so she brought in some of how I looked in the John Wick films, but it's a completely different character. And I think she wanted to excite people or have them have fun with that idea too.
And what's your feeling to make those difficult stunts?
Well, we train a lot to learn all the different action sequences. Of course, the stunt part, I think I had a few kind of dangerous things that a stunt woman did for me, Renee. I enjoyed learning the fights and learning the action that we needed to do to take the leap off the building. I really enjoy it. It was really, as challenging as it can be, it's very fulfilling when you do it, especially if you get it right. If you don't get it right, then you wish you could do it again.
Since Lawrence did incredible job on Morpheus, any pressure on you for this time?
No, not so much. I didn't find pressure to be really helpful. I mean, it's helpful sometimes, but only in the beginning. I think if there's pressure, then that means that you stand up to it, or you get out the way. I think if you decide to stand up to it, then you find out, well, why is there pressure? Usually it's because there's something that you love about it and that you're excited about it. So I think it was my job to find things that I was excited about in this iteration of the performance, and then go after trying to execute those things.
What role did you play on Neo's road to awakening him?
Well, I can't tell you that, otherwise why will you watch the movie? But I play Sati, and the grown-up version of Sati, who was the little girl that the Oracle took under her care. And Sati was foreshadowed in the previous movie to have a very pivotal role in Neo's journey, like you said, but how I do it is for you to watch on screen.
That's a really good question, because I feel like as his business partner, it's like a combination of sedating him and awakening him in a certain way. There's by being in charge of him in the world where they work together, I would say he's probably more attached to keeping him not awake. And I think he's tied to Neo in a very specific way. And I think that any awakening that happens is simultaneous. It's a simultaneous awakening.
Yeah, Bugs is a huge fan of Neo. She knows that he changed her life. When we begin the film, she's convinced that there's more to that story, and that pursuit is kind of what leads us down the rabbit hole this time.
The setting of The Matrix is so familiar to everyone. What did you do to make the audience feel fresh?
I think that was the filmmaker with the story. I think there's new ideas, there's new characters, and I think that the journey that the characters go on is very familiar, but also very inventive in terms of what happens in the story with the AI, with the programs, with the machines. I feel like there's a lot of new things, but things that I think the audience can relate to in our present.
And do you enjoy the amazing callback in the film?
I really enjoyed it a lot. It was a really wonderful experience to play the role again, and something that made it so special was that so much time had passed. And so this idea of looking at the past and being in the present and then creating something new was really enjoyable.
Did you feel confused about Matrix worldview when acting in The Matrix in 1999?
I didn't get confused. Not really any. I was just really excited to tell that story.
It was just a very exciting time to be a part of something that people were enjoying in the way that they were enjoying it. And it was electric, actually, at the time.
As a member or a fan, what does The Matrix mean to you?
Isn't that the biggest question? Nobody knows what The Matrix is, but I think what The Matrix means to me is it's complex, just like life, you know, and we have to figure out what our personal matrices are. How do we create our own matrix by the choices that we make?
To me, The Matrix is about, you know, I think as a fan, it's about what is real, what is not. It's about autonomy. It's about being able to decide your fate and stepping out of the, you know, pausing your reality for a second or just long enough to realize or to question where you are in reality, where you are on this hamster wheel, as they say, well, are you living life or is life living you? That's what The Matrix causes me to think about as a fan, you know.
How about Jessica and Jonathan?
I'm going to steal Yahya's answer. That one was, we came up with that together earlier. Yeah, that's our answer.
It is a really good answer.
How do you feel with working with Keanu?
Incredible. I mean, he's such a great leader, and you know, watching him and Carrie-Anne really set the tone for all the other actors was just really wonderful to see. I was very, very inspired.
I think, you know, he has a perception of being quiet, of being a nice guy, loose and, you know, funny and things like that. And he's a lot of those things. I mean, I think there's not much of a difference between who he is and the person that people assumes that he might be, you know.
He's just a normal guy.
He's a dude.
He's just a dude, yeah. And like all of us is human and a wide variety of things. But that would be crazy to just be one thing.
Yeah, he's a dude.
Yes, please.
Would be great, would be amazing.
I don't have any complaints. Yeah, I don't have any complaints. Do you have any complaints?
Not today, not today.
Yeah.